Welcome back, everybody. Today, I decided not to brew because I was, timing-wise, I've got to go back down to Virginia. I'm going to need to dry hop the beer. If I did it today, I wouldn't be back in time to dry hop it when I wanted to for the beer I'm looking for. So I'm going to brew it tomorrow before I leave, and I'll be back in time to dry hop it. I'm going to be doing a session IPA. And yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow. But what I want to do now is a comparison and final tasting video for the porter I brewed, the Experiment 2 between California Ale Yeast and Irish Ale Yeast. They've been sitting on draft the whole time I've been gone. I did a bottling video of it. Put it in bottles. I've actually passed it around to a few people in my family during Thanksgiving. Everybody's loved it. The one thing I did note is that everybody seemed to like the Irish Ale Yeast one a lot more than the California Ale Yeast one because it brings out the more chocolate coffee flavor and isn't as dry of a beer. The Irish Ale one was less ABV. And so yeah, so we're going to pour them real quick, and we'll start the tasting. This one is the Irish Ale. Kind of show both if I can. So the one in my right hand, which I think would be opposite to you guys. Well, this one right here. The Atlantic Brewing Company glass has the Irish Ale Yeast. The Zero Gravity glass is the California. The head is more frothy on the Irish Ale one. It looks more like a Guinness pour. This one's a little bit more bubbly and airy. Aroma of the California, you still get the coffee up front, chocolate, Irish Ale. You still get coffee, and the aromas are very, very similar. But let's go in for a cheers on this one. Irish Ale. The carbonation level on this one is beautiful. It's sweet. It still leaves a nice roasted chocolate flavor, and it finishes to a coffee. Not much bitterness right up front. Oh, that's so good. I personally like this one a lot more. Now let's go in for the California. Cheers. Yeah, this one, you can definitely tell it's higher alcohol because you don't get a lot of the roasted notes. You get it on the back end, but because it finished drier, because of the California yeast, it kind of took away a lot of that flavor that's still present in this Irish Ale yeast strain. Not saying that this isn't good, but on a stout, it's not what I'm looking for. So going forward, I think, because I'm definitely making this beer again. I've gotten great reviews on the Irish Ale one. Yeah, this one just tastes like a dry stout. Very dry, very light. This one, right here, is the Golden Ticket. I feel like I could put this in a brewery and people would love it. Oh man, this is delicious. Perfect. So everybody at Thanksgiving loved this beer. I've only had a couple people. I think I've given this to, I would say probably 10 to 15 people at this point that I've let try it and compare them. And I would say probably 75% of them like this over the other beer, the other one, California Ale. So I'm going to stick with this one. But next step in this is going to be, I'm going to be adding sweet orange peel to it, and trying to make a chocolate orange type beer. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. I'll probably do a tasting video when I do that, but I soaked some sweet orange peel. I got 3 ounces of it. I soaked half in vodka to sanitize it, and then half in bourbon. I'm going to play around adding them to the beer by itself first before I add it to the keg. I have about half of a keg left of each. And then I'm going to bottle those and keep those for a little while. And then hopefully the Session IPA will be going in the kegs next. So, yeah, this is friggin' awesome. I'm so happy with this beer. Perfect amount of sweetness to carbonation level. You get a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of bitterness, but it folds right into the coffee and the chocolate flavor. This is just an all-around great beer. I mean, I couldn't ask for it any better, honestly. Like I said, I kind of took a little bit partial of a recipe from somebody on Beersmith, but then I added a few things. They didn't have chocolate malt or honey malt, and I wanted to kind of put in chocolate and honey malt. It had some Special B in it, and some Pilsner malt. But this is so good. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this and wait for the Pats game. So, yeah, stay tuned tomorrow. I'll be doing a brew day for the Session IPA. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this if you want to try it. Like I said, I've had a few people who really like this beer. Talking about the Irish Ale one. Not that the California one isn't drinkable and isn't good. It's just not what I was looking for. And that's kind of what I'm getting with these experiments. Figuring out what people prefer and what I prefer. And I definitely prefer this one. But like I said, 3/4 of the people preferred this. There's still 1/4 of people that prefer that one. So it's not saying that it's a bad beer. It's just people's preferences are different, and that's what I love about beer. So, yeah. I think I'm out for the day, and, stay tuned, and have a great afternoon. Cheers, everybody.